Hello there, welcome back to Mbada Media Hub, and I'm so happy to bring you great news that we are having a very new segment in this channel that is themed mental health. Whether you're a professional, whether you're a student, a parent, a child, or just a human being that is trying to navigate life, just know that your mental health matters. So sail with me in this journey as we uncover and discover new things about this topic. And now we have to begin by knowing what exactly mental health is. What is this thing? Because I know we hear a lot about mental health, but I'm sure some of us don't really know what it is. So, what is mental health? From my very many sources that I've looked into, I've seen that mental health is the psychological, emotional, and social well being. What does that mean to us? Emotional is very simple. It's how we handle our emotions when we are happy and how we are self aware about our emotions. When you're happy, how do you behave? When you're sad or mad at someone, how do you handle that? How do you handle stress? You see, it's just things that we go through as human beings because we can't run away from this thing, mental health. It's either your mental health is positive or it's on the other side that is not a very good side. Yeah, and that's why we have to understand what really mental health is. So we have touched on emotional well-being. How are you emotionally? How do you react to things? Now let's go to the psychological part, and this is about our thinking. How positive are you? How often do you positively speak about yourself? Do you affirm yourself every day? Or are you just there lamenting, feeling down about yourself, not knowing what next? So many things. So, psychological is just about our thinking. Yeah, how we think about others also. You see, how you think about you reflects on how you're going to think about the other people. And now on to the other one, the social well-being. How do we relate with others? How do we handle our relationships, our friendships? How do we interact with each other? It may be at the workplace. How do you react when your colleague oversteps or does something wrong to you? How do you do that? How do you react to criticism? It may be positive or negative, but of course, we mostly react to the negative side. We don't want to be told the negative side of us. So, how do we react to that? And how does that influence our friendship? So, it's basically how we react, how we are able to bounce back from a difficult situation. I understand as a country right now, we are not in a very good place. We know everything going on with demonstrations. We have to understand each other, our emotional well being, our psychological well being right now. As a Kenyan, especially if you're Kenyan, there's something wrong and we can't act normal or act sober when everything is going sideways. But now, how are we going to handle that? Now, as an individual, you have to take care of your mental health. How often do you sit down and reflect on how you're behaving towards things? How often do you call yourself to a meeting and ask yourself, I've been overstepped by this colleague. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Or are you just going to rant in the office and end up losing your job, which will contribute to a worse state of your mind? How do you react about that? Are you the kind of people that say, I'm short tempered? Like, how do you react? And this is why we should be self aware. We should understand our limits, and that's where we should set our boundaries. And you should make people understand your boundaries so that no one oversteps, so that it doesn't lead to a more worse situation. So, out there, I know you have a glimpse of what we are going to speak about. And as we go on, we are going to understand the dimensions, and everything else to do with mental health. And now, friends, let's make a clear distinction between the mental health and mental illness. I hope you're together. We have to sail together as we promised each other until we understand this thing fully. So, mental health is a state of mind, or not the state of mind really, but our state of well being, emotionally, psychologically, and so on. And on the other side, mental illness refers to the diagnosable conditions such as anxiety disorders, bipolar disorder, or depression, and so many others. There are so many conditions related to mental illness, and we are going to uncover them as we continue with the other segments. And also, always remember that even as you strive to have that good nutrition for your body, for your nourishment, is the same as taking care of your mental health. You need that emotional support for you to lead a very healthy life. Just as we go to the gym to make our bodies fit, so is your mental health. You need that support. So don't fear to seek for support in case you feel ish. In the society that we are in, there are so many misconceptions or myths surrounding people with mental health problems. And I keep on wondering, should we be judging these people or should we be looking for help? So many things going on in this world, indeed. And you find, let's say, for example, a man has mental health problems, and the society terms him as a weak man. Is he really weak? Of course, no. This person only needs support, only needs the support, the emotional support to make him feel better and be on his feet again. Remember, mental health does not choose on who to attack, regardless of your personality, your gender, and everything. It might creep, itakuja. Like sometimes we cannot run away from it. So, when you see a person that has a problem, like a mental health problem, do not be so fast to judge them, but be fast to offer a solution. And another thing, and when a person has discovered that work on a mental health problem, the person opts to go for therapy. Then you find someone saying that, no, you don't go for therapy. Therapy is for crazy people. Oh my God. Okay, are you really offering a solution or are you making the problem just bigger? Can you please stop that stigma or making people feel like when they go to a therapist, it's a sign of being crazy? No. That person is just looking for clarity, is looking to find a way of being able to lead a normal life. Okay, just like, I don't even know what to say, but no, these people are not crazy. And remember, hawa ni watu tunaishi na wao. Can be our brothers, they can be our parents, they can be anybody, our friends. When a friend of yours becomes overwhelmed and they feel like, no, every time they have anxiety, like they just need a person or something to cool them down, and you're there telling them, no, don't go to seek any support because you term that as crazy. No. And I would encourage everybody going through something that just be strong and remember that this is your life. Like, you need to be better to lead a normal life like any other person navigating life. You know, the mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Like, for you to lead a good life and a fulfilling life, a productive life, you need to be sober. And listening to people and their comments is as if you're living for the society. No, you need to take that initiative for you to be the best version of yourself that you ever admire. So stand up, rise up, and go to see that therapist. End of morning, explain your problems, explain how you're feeling, and I'm sure before you finish, you will be in a better place. And another thing that I've remembered, we view children as if they are not supposed to have mental health problems. Actually, they go through a lot because hatutaki kuwasikiliza, like sasa huyu ni mtoto mdogo, stress anatoa wapi? Do you know the time these children spend at school, it's so much that, let's say for example, we are the brothers, the big brothers, the big sisters, like hatuwezi jua kitu inaendeleanga shule. Maybe this kid is going through bullying, maybe anatandikwa kila siku, then the child looks gloomy. Then when maybe they try telling you something, you end up beating them instead of taking that initiative of understanding what's going on. And sometimes there are signs with these children. Maybe amedrop kwa grades, maybe confidence yake imeshuka. As parents, please, let's take that initiative and understand what our children are going through instead of saying that hawa ni watoto wadogo, sasa wanajua nini mambo ya life. No. Children go through a lot, especially when their guardians or their parents or we in the society do not want to hear or to listen to them. So let's not assume that children don't go through anything and be their biggest supporters. Okay, let us know what your society thinks of people with mental health problems, and do they offer support or they just make them feel as if they are outcasts, like wanaona kama watu wamechizi. And remember, your mind matters, your feelings are valid, and seeking help is a sign of strength and not shame. Do not be labeled as crazy. No. Just go seek for help and you will be fine. Thank you for being with me in this conversation. Thank you for being part of us, because I know we were speaking together. Thank you for taking your time to sit down and to listen to this masterpiece. And thank you for buying your bundles. Thank you for taking your time. I don't take this for granted. And may God bless you so much. Until next time, bye bye.